Hi, everyone. Today we're going to go through a 16-second protocol that allows you to reduce stress and anxiety. And this is a study that was done out of Stanford, where it was done by researchers. One of the researchers you might be familiar with is Andrew Huberman. And it involves taking 140 people to the lab and testing them through these protocols through mindful meditation, cyclic sighing, which is a breathing method, and box breathing, which is what I'm going to be teaching you guys today. And I find box breathing useful because it's very portable and you can use it anywhere you are. Cyclic sighing is a more involved process, and so is mindful meditation. And I'll be able to teach you both of those separate episodes. But today we're going to focus on box breathing. And what box breathing has been proven in this research paper, again, it's called Brief Structured Respiration Practices Enhance Mood and Reduce Physiological Arousal. And the authors, we need to pay homage to them, Melis Balban, Eric Neri, Manuela Kogan, Laura Weed, Bida Noriani, Bull Joe, Gary Hull, Jamie Zeiger, David Spiegel, and Andrew Huberman. So it starts with them separating about 140 people into 3 different groups where they had them do mindful meditation, they had them do cyclic sighing, and they also had them do box breathing. Of course, they were all effective at reducing stress and anxiety, but today we're going to practice something very practical called box breathing. I use box breathing myself. I use it quite frequently. In fact, last year I did a race in the Italian Alps that took place over a week, and we basically had to run through the Italian Alps, the equivalent of 3 Mount Everest. And at one of the peaks at 10,000 feet, it got really cold that night. And I used box breathing to regulate my temperature, which I know it works. But in the context of this study, it's showing you how it can reduce stress and anxiety. And I can test through personal experience that it absolutely works. So this is how you can practice box breathing. And I think it's a wonderful exercise to add on to the 1-minute exercise on a daily basis. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. The more you do it, the more the benefits of these exercises. Okay, so it starts with you taking a breath, but inhale through the nose. So let's start from neutral. We're just starting from neutral. Inhale, and then exhale. So you can exhale through your mouth or your nose. Just practice that for a start. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, that is the basic foundation of this exercise, except in box breathing, we're going to change it up a little bit and be very mindful of how long we inhale. Following inhale, how long do we hold our breath after we inhale? And then exhaling through our mouth or nose, and then holding again for a period for 4 seconds, and then inhaling again. So the best way to learn how to do this without putting too much thought in it is just put a clock out and start to monitor your breathing in 4-second increments. So there should be 4-second increments, which is 16 seconds, which is what the title of this podcast is. So let's start from the beginning. Neutral, take a deep breath. Okay, let's become neutral. Let's relax. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold after you inhale, counting 4 seconds. So I'm counting 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. In these first 4 seconds, I'm inhaling. Okay. Once I get to 4 seconds, I'm holding what I inhaled. And then I count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I get to 4, I exhale for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I fully exhale for 4 seconds, I hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I inhale again for 4 seconds. And then I hold again for 4 seconds. And then I exhale again for 4 seconds. And then I hold again for 4 seconds. And then I inhale again for 4 seconds. And then I hold again for 4 seconds. And then I exhale again for 4 seconds. And then I hold again for 4 seconds. So you can see how you're really breathing in these 4-second boxes. So if you want to do this in an environment where you don't have a clock, where you forget, you just want to get, you'll get so good at this, you don't even need a clock. And by the way, if it's 3.3 seconds versus 4.5 seconds, it's immaterial in my eyes. So use the inhale as 1. So 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. So notice how I use hold as 1 and inhale as 1. Exhale as 1 and then 2, 3, 4. Right? So think about it this way. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. And that's, you just cycle through this box. Practice this. You can use this daily. In this report, it shows it reduces anxiety. It reduces stress. I know it works. I use it on a daily basis. And I really hope that you enjoyed this literature review too. You should read about it. I'm putting it in the show notes. I find this report one of the most useful interventions you can apply on a daily basis. Add this on to the minute exercise regimen that I had described in previous episodes. I think it's a wonderful tool, another tool you can have in the toolbox. So 1 minute exercise and also this specific breathing exercise, box breathing. Next time I'll get into cyclic sighing and also mindful meditation. Both I do, both I find really important and useful. Thanks.